Attention and thinking are not separate. They are not independent movements. There are one continuous function. Thought is the seed. Thinking develops the seed, and attention determines what thinking remains upon. And together, they form the process of unfolding. This means there is no thinking without attention, and there is no sustained attention without thinking. This is the 7-minute daily focus, day 101 of 365, to focus on the world within from the world without. Today's focus, the law of attention, and thinking. Pause for a moment. Attention and thinking are not separate. They are not independent movements. There are one continuous function. Thought is the seed. Thinking develops the seed, and attention determines what thinking remains upon, and together they form the process of unfolding. This means there is no thinking without attention, and there is no sustained attention without thinking. They move together, they rise together, and they stabilize together, and when understood, they can be directed together. Pause. Thought is within, effect is without, and thinking stands between. Attention holds thinking in position. It fixes thinking upon the seed. It prevents drift, it prevents substitution, and it prevents thinking from abandoning origin. Without attention, thinking moves. And when thinking moves, it leaves the seed. It begins to follow what is seen. It begins to respond to appearance. And the moment it does this, development is interrupted because thinking is no longer on the seed. It is now reacting to the result. Thinking determines outcome, but attention determines consistency. Thinking may begin from within, but without attention, it does not remain. So the relationship is this: attention sustains thinking, thinking develops thought, thought unfolds into physical expression, and this relationship must be understood as continuous, not occasional, not situational, but constant, because thinking is always active and attention is always placed. So what is unfolding is always being determined. When attention is stable, thinking is stable. When thinking is stable, unfolding is continuous. And when unfolding is continuous, physical expression is inevitable. This is not theory, this is structure, because continuity produces completion. But when attention shifts, thinking shifts. And when thinking shifts, unfolding is interrupted. And when unfolding is interrupted, delay appears. Not because the seed has failed, but because continuity has been broken. This is the core mechanism. Attention does not act alone. It directs thinking. It decides whether thinking remains with the seed or reacts to what is physically seen. This decision is constant, moment to moment, and thought to thought. And most are unaware of this decision, which is why thinking becomes reactive, which is why unfolding becomes unstable. Active attention holds thinking on the seed, remains within, sustains direction, returns when it drifts. Passive attention allows thinking to follow appearance. It moves with what is seen, accepts what is presented, breaks continuity, and what breaks continuity delays expression. Recognition determines what is received, and attention determines what is sustained. Thinking determines what unfolds, and what unfolds becomes what is physically seen. So if you wish to understand outcome, Do not look at the world, look at thinking. And if you wish to understand thinking, then look at attention, because attention reveals what thinking is being held upon. This is where steadfastness becomes power, not doubtfulness, not struggle, not force. You are not pushing the seed and not pressure. You are not trying to make it happen, but steadfastness, focused. Steadfastness is sustained attention. It is attention that does not move when appearance contradicts. It is attention that remains when results are not yet visible. Remain aligned with what is within. Do not be moved by what is physically seen, because what is physically seen is always secondary to what is unfolding. Attention requires discipline. It must return again and again to the same point, not through force, but through awareness. You recognize when attention has moved and you bring it back. You recognize when thinking has followed appearance and you restore it. This is the practice, not perfection, but return. And every return strengthens continuity, and every moment of continuity strengthens unfolding. You are not controlling thinking, you are positioning attention, and through positioning attention, thinking aligns, and through aligned thinking, unfolding continues. So the work is not force, it is placement, it is awareness, and it is remaining. And when this is understood, effort reduces, strain dissolves, and direction becomes natural. You are allowing what already is to unfold, not creating, not forcing, but sustaining. Sustaining through attention, developing through thinking, and completing through unfolding. There is a deeper precision here. Attention is not only where you look, it is what you consent to continue. Every moment you are consenting. Consenting to remain with what is within, or consenting to follow what is seen. And consent determines continuity. So mastery is not found in trying to control every thought. Mastery is found in recognizing where attention has been given and choosing again, choosing to return, choosing to remain, and choosing to hold thinking on the seed. Because the seed does not require force, it requires continuity. And continuity is sustained by attention. So when you notice movement, you do not resist it, you do not fight it. You simply recognize it and you return again and again and again. And in that returning, thinking stabilizes. In that stabilizing, unfolding continues. And in that continuation, what is within becomes what is seen. This is the quiet power of attention, not dramatic, not forceful, but exact and always available. Now, the affirmation for day 101. Pause for a moment. Thinking is continuous. Through thought, I become aware that I am thinking. I think from within. I recognize from within, not from what is physically seen. My attention sustains my thinking. My thinking develops the seed. I remain aligned with what is within. I remain steadfast. I sustain the seed through active thinking, and I remain with it. And because I remain, it unfolds. And what unfolds must physically express. Remember, by design, by focus.